Welcome back to OpenLine. We had a lively conversation about affordable housing in our area tonight with Marshall Crawford from the Housing Fund. Thank you once again for being here.
Problem.
We had another caller on the line. Michael has been holding. Hi, Michael.
Hi.
Hi there. Go ahead with your question or comment.
Well, may I address the Nashville as being a hot market, please?
Sure.
Okay. Now, the con's been set up all throughout the land that Nashville is a hot market. It's not. It's only for the distributors of fortune who want to bring fortunes to themselves and to those in their sphere of existence that have put the word out that Nashville is a hot market. So prices zoomed up in the real estate. Agents love it. They're raking in the cash. But are these houses worth the money they're paying?
Yeah.
180 to 220 is a minimum starting. Now, unless your name happens to be Michael Lucky, I wonder who that guy is, then you might not find that house for $148,500 and get something that's beautiful and that fits the conditions that are there for you in your life at that moment. So, is Nashville a hot market? No. And the only time I've ever seen rents go up for the poor and the middle class who live in complexes is when the mass media gets on their big mouths and say, rents are going up in Nashville. Well, next thing you know, the complexes are saying, all right, we spread the word, raise the prices. So, do we know now where the real problem lies? Yes, we do. You look so beautiful today, and I'm so sorry that you hurt your arm playing handball. Get better.
I wish it was that good of a story, Michael, but it's not. I was running with my child and tripped over my own feet. Such a lame story. I know. But thank you, Michael, for calling in. And I do know what he means about a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like we say it, then rents go up. We say it more, the rents go up. There are numbers, though, to support that people are moving into this city in droves. And so it does become that supply and demand. If you can afford the rental unit, if you can afford the home, you're going to get it. The people who can't are forced out.
Absolutely.
There we are.
There was an article just recently in the Tennessean that indicated that Nashville is the third highest market for appreciation. And so that makes it hot. I mean, we're not the ones that self-proclaim that. That is what, you know, the newspapers and everybody who are smarter than I am are indicating that the market is hot. So, you know, he makes a great point. But you're right. And when you have 80 to 100 people moving here a day, there's something about that. Yeah. There is something about that.
You can't deny that. Absolutely. People would say the same thing about gas prices too. When you guys say on the news that the gas prices are going up, they're going up. I don't think so. I don't think we have that much power. That'd be cool if we did. But Marshall, you wanted to talk about these development loans. This is a different side of helping people personally get into homes. This is to help developers.
That's right.
Tell me how that works and why that part of it's important.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there are a number of individuals out there who are interested in acquiring properties and being able to fix them up or rehab them and being able to provide them at an affordable rate.
And we're talking about homes too.
We're talking about homes.
Like do a fixer-upper.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so what the Housing Fund does is provide a gap financing. A lot of times individuals may go to banks and they have a tough time being able to get acquisition money or being able to get construction financing. And so what we do is provide that gap financing for those individuals or for-profit and nonprofit developers so that they can actually acquire that land or acquire that property, provide construction to it, fix it up, and then work with a financial institution to provide permanent financing to take us out once we help them stabilize that. And so that acquisition or that gap financing plays a very critical role. And so we have a pipeline of individuals that continue to come to us and say, hey, can you help me?
Sure.
Being able to acquire those units, I would love to fix them up and keep them affordable.
And then, because by taking the assistance from perhaps you all, they're kind of locked into terms, right?
Correct.
Of what they can do with that property.
Absolutely, and they're locked into how much they could actually sell that property for as well. And so that's critical because that talks about the affordability, ensuring that, and that's what our resources are for, to maintain affordability. And so we have, again, the for-profit and nonprofit developers. We have an experienced loan officer on hand that can provide with the guidance and understanding what our guidelines are for being able to utilize those resources.
That's very cool. All right, let's hop back to the phones. We got a whole lot of calls right now. Sam's on the line. Hi, Sam.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I just have a comment.
Sure.
I'm a native Nashvilleian, been here all my life. I work in health disparities. Whatever goes up must come down.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
what I'm seeing here has happened to other cities. They were a hot commodity. Everybody was moving there. But that bubble burst. And I work with a lot of people in different levels of development across the city. And everybody's trying to make this dollar between now and the next 5 to 6 years. Because the prediction is that if you can weather this storm, you probably will be safe. It's going to hit the people who are going to be displaced right now, who are living in these neighborhoods that can't afford the property tax. When that goes up, they already own a home, and their homes are going to be priced out because of the property taxes on it. So if we can weather the storm right now, it's just people something to think about. You may be able to hold on. If you can hold on to what you have, all of this eventually will come back down to within reason. I've seen it happen in other cities, and people have read about it. I do a lot of studying on it. But I just wanted to put that out there. It's not all total doom and gloom. There may be some light at the end of the rainbow.
Sam, thank you for your point of view there. Very valuable. Appreciate hearing from you tonight. Let's hop to Elaine. Hi, Elaine.
Hi.
Hi there. Go ahead. We're running up against the clock, but go ahead with your question.
I want to know, is there anyone helping the homeless be able to afford homes?
Good question. Okay. I mean, I know there are different organizations out there. I was just at a luncheon for the Nashville Rescue Mission, the graduation program for the Women's Recovery Program there. And I know they go through a lot of different education to get them out in the workforce, sustaining themselves. So there has to be programs like that.
And there are, and we need those programs. I was a part of, the cost of growth, and the homeless situation is definitely an important issue here in this particular marketplace. But you have organizations, like you just mentioned, that are trying to help those individuals not only obtain home ownership, but understand the different avenues that they go through and being able to achieve just decent and affordable housing options that are available to them. So
and just like you mentioned Dismiss earlier, and of course it's a big jump to go from homeless to ownership right away.
Absolutely.
There is a process and there is a journey, but education is a big part of that.
Education is a critical piece of all of that.
Yeah, so there are groups that are doing that. It's just not an instant thing. You don't go from homeless to owning a home. Okay, I think we have one more time to squeeze. Maybe. Who do I have here? Joy in. Joy, I got about 2 minutes. Can you make it fast?
Yes, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. My husband and I, we make fairly decent, income and everything. But even with us, we've been trying for quite a while to get a home, and basically just minimal, place to live is going to take up half of my income a month just to make a house note. That's not including all your insurance and everything else. And I'm all for everybody having equal rights and everything like that. But if I'm working my tushy off, I don't want most of my money going to that. What kind of options do we have for what I consider? Well, I think we make fairly good, but at this point, I think y'all look at that as being middle, low income.
Well, Joy, I think that the housing fund might be for you. And we explained it a little bit earlier. You got to go through the mortgage lender first, get qualified, and they may say, hey, here's someone who can help you come up with that down payment to make this reasonable. So how do folks get a hold of you guys?
Yeah, so we are in the Gulch. We are actually in the Laurel House. So the Laurel House is 48 units of affordable housing up above, and so we occupy, and we own that building there, so we occupy a space there. So you can call our office, or you can go to our website, which is thehousingfund.org. You can call us at 615-780-7000, and you're more than happy to speak to Candace, who is our loan officer, or if you're a developer out there, you can call and speak to Nicole.
Fantastic.
And both of them can assist you.
We're going to take a quick break. I'll give out all that information right when we come back, so get a pen and paper ready. Stay with us.
Absolutely.